you must be punished. I should fling you back in to drown or make you my meal." Amaka quaked helplessly in his grasp, her tears falling into the swirling river. She thought of her loving mother and father and little sister and brother. "I cannot ask for mercy for myself," she whispered, "but my family did nothing wrong."
Hi, Pigtails here. Interesting story ahead. Watch out and take care.
Many years ago in a small village lived a young girl named Amaka. She was kind and beautiful, with sparkling eyes and a bright smile that brought joy to all who knew her. Amaka's village was nestled among lush forests and winding rivers. She spent her days helping her mother cook, clean and tend to their small farm. The villagers worked hard to grow yams, cassava and maize to feed their families. In the heart of the village flowed a wide, rushing river called the Ebeano River. Its waters were crystal clear but ice cold, even on the hottest days. The current was strong, pulling anything that entered swiftly downstream. Enormous fish with glittering scales swam silently in its depths. The Ebeano River was forbidden by village law to enter. It was said to be protected by Mami Wata, a powerful water spirit with the upper body of a woman and the lower body of a fish. Mami Wata provided fish aplenty for villagers who set their nets and lines in safer, shallow streams nearby. But it was believed she harshly punished any villagers who dared trespass in her sacred waters. One hot afternoon, Amaka was carrying a large clay pot down to the shallow stream near her family's hut to fetch water. But when she dipped her pot in, only a few trickles entered. The intense dry season had reduced the stream to muddy puddles. Amaka gazed worriedly across the barren landscape. The crops were withering in the fields. The animals grew thinner by the day. Without fresh water, her family would not survive long. As Amaka despairingly lifted her nearly empty pot, her eyes fell upon the rushing blue waters of the forbidden Ebeano River, only a stone's throw away. Surely just this once she could quickly fill her pot there, and Mami Wata would understand it was necessary to save her family. Glancing cautiously around, Amaka scurried to the river's edge, kneeling in the mud. As she dipped her pot in, the cool water sent a shiver up her spine. When it was full, she stood to hurry back to the village. Suddenly, she heard a deafening roar. Heart pounding, Amaka turned to see a gigantic wave rear up from the placid surface without warning. As it crashed down around her, she felt herself get sucked under water with tremendous force. She tumbled head over heels in the current, unable to tell which way was up. Her lungs burned for air as she fought against the water, pummeling her from all sides. Just as Amaka's vision started fading to black, she felt a powerful hand close around her wrist, pulling her to the surface. She emerged gulping and choking for air. Beside her towered a muscular man with broad shoulders and eyes that flashed like lightning. But from the waist down, his body morphed into the powerful, shimmering tail of a fish. Mami Wata had saved her. Amaka's heart pounded with gratitude and fear as she panted to catch her breath. "Foolish girl!" thundered Mami Wata in a voice deep as rumbling thunder. "You dare to break my sacred law and enter waters that do not belong to you?" Tears sprang to Amaka's eyes. "Great Mami Wata," she cried, "I meant no harm. My family is thirsty. Without water our crops and animals will die. Please show mercy." Mami Wata glared, his lips curling to reveal sharp teeth like jagged rocks. "You have committed a grave offense, little one. For this you must be punished. I should fling you back in to drown or make you my meal." Amaka quaked helplessly in his grasp, her tears falling into the swirling river. She thought of her loving mother and father and little sister and brother. "I cannot ask for mercy for myself," she whispered, "but my family did nothing wrong. Please, Great Spirit, let your anger fall on me alone." The merman studied her for a long moment, his eyes glowing bright. Then slowly his lips relaxed into a sly smile. "Very well, selfless girl," said Mami Wata. "I will spare your family, but you have tainted my sacred waters with your presence. Now you must belong to me." With that, he began chanting strange words under his breath. His tail flashed rainbow colors as it began swirling faster and faster. The waters around them frothed and foamed. Mami Wata grasped Amaka's shoulders, pulling her against his hard chest as his incantation grew louder. Suddenly, Amaka's legs burned as if on fire. She screamed in agony as the skin seemed to bubble and melt away. In its place emerged a powerful fish's tail tinted pink, yellow, and turquoise. Mami Wata held the gasping girl steady until her transformation finished. Then he tilted her chin to look into her eyes, now swirling colors like opals. "There," he purred with satisfaction. "Now you are a creature of water, like me, destined to dwell forever in my beautiful river. You will make a fine bride." "A bride?" cried Amaka incredulously. "I cannot marry you, great Mami Wata. My heart belongs to my family and village. I know nothing of living underwater." "You will learn," he insisted firmly. "I will teach you to breathe water as if air, to swim as one born with fins, to catch glittering fish with your bare hands, and eat succulent river plants that grow on the bottom." Mami Wata cradled the distressed girl to his chest. "We will dwell together in my majestic underwater caverns, adorned with coral and lined with pearls and gems. You will come to love your new life and husband in time, little one." Amaka beat against his broad chest with her fists. "Please, powerful spirit," she wailed, "do not take me away before my time on land is finished. If I fail to return, my parents and siblings will forever mourn my loss." Sighing impatiently, Mami Wata gripped her wrists. "Cease your struggling and tears. You try my patience. Will you meet your fate with defiance or grace? Either way, your body now belongs eternally to my river." As Amaka wept bitterly, Mami Wata drew her into a deep kiss, his lips forceful yet chillingly tender against hers. When he pulled back, Amaka saw his eyes glowed brighter with unearthly desire and possession. "1 hour I will give you," he decreed. "Return to your family on land to say farewell. But when the sun meets the horizon, you must shed your last tears and return to me here, my queen of the depths." With that, Mami Wata uttered another mystical chant under his breath. Amaka's vision blurred as if she were peering through water. When it cleared again, she found herself lying on the muddy riverbank. Her legs returned to normal. Beside her lay the clay water pot, split cleanly in half. Gasping, Amaka lurched to her feet and raced back towards her village. Tears streamed down her cheeks as her mind reeled in disbelief. It seemed only a matter of time before her stunned family would become forever parted from their beloved daughter and sister. Just then the air filled with shouts and cries of shock. Amaka rounded a hut to see villagers clustered at the stream gaping as a murmuration of birds swooped gracefully above the refreshed waters. Fish of all sizes now teemed below the surface. The stream bubbled, cool, clear and deep once more. "It is a blessing from Mami Wata," the villagers exclaimed joyously. "At long last the dry season is broken. Praise powerful Mami Wata for sustaining us again." They eagerly cast their nets and lines, pulling out more fish than they could carry. The children and goats drank their fill from water sweeter than honey wine. Amaka simply stood frozen, tears filling her eyes. So the impossibly kind water spirit had granted her village a gift after all she had stolen. She whispered her profuse thanks towards the flowing river in the distance, glowing golden red as the sun set. Her parents rushed forward in relief to embrace her, scolding her lightly for disappearing without a word. Little did they know, she thought mournfully. As her family turned eagerly towards their renewed stream, Amaka gazed across the vibrant landscape. Villagers were already singing light-hearted songs of gratitude as they cooked fish over crackling fires under star-filled skies. Tears slipped down her cheeks as she etched every detail into her memory. Finally, Amaka rose on weary legs, ignoring her parents' worried queries. She must go to Mami Wata now with dignity to accept the difficult fate ahead, lest his wrath return upon her people. Perhaps with enough time, she could gently persuade him to reconsider. Head bowed sadly, she made her way towards the waiting river as the great orange sun slowly sank below the horizon. But then, a wonderful scent came to her nose, stopping her short. Amaka looked up to see thick green shoots unfurling everywhere around her. The dusty ground was suddenly covered in a rippling carpet of new grass, dotted with popping corn kernels. Yam vines gripped trellises with swelling tubers amidst unfurling cassava leaves. Tiny maize stalks poked straight toward the heavens. In breathless wonder, Amaka slowly realized Mami Wata had withdrawn his claim upon her. Just as he replenished the stream when Amaka committed her offense, now with her act of selfless courage, he had returned her to her people. With joy too great for words alone, Amaka turned her feet homeward, back towards her beloved family and village, blessed anew with cool water and ripe crops. A smile now shone brighter than the rising moon upon her face. The legend would be passed down through generations of her people about the kind and powerful water spirit. Parents would gently warn their children never to disobey the law of the Ebeano River again. And little ones would drift to sleep by flickering firelight, with their hearts filled with gratitude towards great Mami Wata, who sustained the land.